Rockville Town Center's dining scene got a new addition with the opening of El Mercat Bar de Tapas, a paella place run by George Rodrigues, a Brazilian-born chef with spectacular Spanish cooking skills.
I fell in love with Spanish cuisine really because of the simplicity of the culture. We tried to look what this area needed, and we thought that Spanish cuisine would be a good fit for this area. And since most of my background is with Spanish cuisine, Spanish food, Spanish restaurants, we decided to go with this concept. I like to cook street food kind of style, really homey.
The love and passion for cooking has been ingrained in George since he was a little boy growing up in Brazil.
Back then, the cooking side was mostly for the women of the family, and the men would be dealing with the barbecue and the grill and everything. So I really enjoyed, since being very little, to be cooking in the kitchen with my grandma, my mom, and my aunts. And that really grew in me since I was little.
Before the pandemic, George was working as a chef at the Tapas chain Boqueria in Penn Quarter.
When the pandemic hit, I was unemployed for about 4 months, and we saw that the pandemic actually hit this area pretty hard. And with so many spaces available, decided that we should try and take a bet that eventually the pandemic will subside and we can definitely do better as the hospitality industry.
Is bread really big in Spanish cuisine?
Bread is really it's part of basically every dish in Spanish cuisine.
And he was right to take a leap of faith and pursue his dream of being a restaurant owner.
If you're a cook, it doesn't matter where I go in the world, I'm always going to have a job.
George's restaurant had 2 successful opening nights.
And both nights we had 2 sittings and they were both sold out. We had overwhelming support from the neighborhood and from friends as well. We saw that from the beginning we were able to kind of get things moving smoothly, which was really good to see. A little bit of fresh garlic.
When deciding on a location for the restaurant, it was important for George to open it closer to home in Montgomery County.
When we had our son, we came and moved to Rockville really because of the neighborhood and how safe it is. And when we really decided to go and open our own restaurant, I think it was important to do that in our neighborhood, in our community.
What's the one ingredient that you think goes in every Spanish cuisine?
The olive oil.
Olive oil.
The olive oil.
Almost all of El Mercat's menu is based on either cultural or travel experiences George has had with his wife, who's also a partner in this business venture.
Mostly based on a trip that my wife and I did to Barcelona. So we love Catalonia and Barcelona region. We do have dishes also from the northern side of San Sebastian, for example, and Asturias. Definitely, I'm a big fan of the croquetas de jamón, which is like a serrano ham croquettes. Also, the gambas al ajillo, which is the shrimp in garlic and oil, and the pulpo, which is the octopus.
It's been 20 years in the making. Throughout his career, George has trained under talented chefs like Iron Chef Jose Garces in Chicago, Michael Schlau at Latin Leading Tico in Boston and D.C., before joining Boqueria in Penn Quarter. Accomplishing his longtime dream of opening his own restaurant is something George is extremely grateful for and proud of. To learn more about El Mercat's hours and menu, visit their website. From Rockville, I'm Mirchaye Sahlu.